All right, as I was saying, so obviously its main gimmick and everything, 100% knocks out of the park. I think appeal, if anything, appeal, 5 out of 5, whatever. In the optimization, 5 out of 5. Yeah, it doesn't seem to go crazy. Visuals, I would say artistically, 5 out of 5. This is my biggest gripe, I guess 4 or 4.5 because it's on the other one had a bit more of an excuse, and it's kind of hard. Like it's almost like I kind of wish the resolution was tied to it. Like I wish it was by default like genuinely 480 and it would just give you it like, oh, this is the prime experience, and then you could kind of like it's definitely a hardcore filter. And mind you, they did a great job. Clearly, they were mimicking that style, right? But to me, there's like a certain point. There's a reason. Because I know a lot of these were 260p, 40p is fine. Like and then 720. Anything after that, anything I don't know. It's personal preference, really. Because then it becomes a little hard to actually be able to see and tell shit. Mind you, I actually mess with the filter itself. I think this may or may not. I don't know if this uses Unity or Unreal. I could be very wrong on that. But regardless, presentation, four. Was it 4.5? I don't know. I really personally really like it, but there are areas. Oh, sound design, 4. I give it a 4 because there are like if we're saying atmosphere, 5 out of 5. Just like the one 5. Atmosphere, absolutely amazing. I think the one might be a little bit better, but this is more ambient. So I think I'm not saying it doesn't have to have soundtrack. I think when it does put music, it's not bad. To me, we already know my main complaint is definitely the gun sound design. That is the worst thing about this, hands down. I forgot to say voiceover acting. Other one, I said we're pretty. This one, it's bad on purpose. I get it. That's kind of the point. But even then, like, yeah, just 4. There's a reason we there's a fine line to do it. I don't miss the bad voice acting all that much. It's kind of like it's one of those things like it's cool and neat for its time, but do you really, really want to recreate it? Whatever. But to me personally, 4. Puzzles. The other one was a lot harder. That one was more hardcore focused than puzzles than this one. This one feels closer to like modern REs. So personally, I'm gonna be honest. Personally, I give it a 5 out of 5. But I feel like it could. I mean, we've only got so much. I would give it a 4. Like the other one, it was a bit. It's not like this is a fine line on doing too many puzzles or too confusing, and then just not enough or too simple or too easy. And I feel like it's like the opposite, and like I don't know. It's weird. This is my personal perspective, really. Even as a Resident Evil player, I feel like there's a way to do puzzles, but even then, I think it's par for the course, right? Like personally, I love it 5 out of 5. But objectively, especially comparing it to the other ones, like, oh man, the other puzzles were a lot. They had you thinking more, honestly. I do respect a little bit of thinking. Gameplay, 5 out of 5. I mean, it's literally a Resident Evil. What else do you want? I personally really love it, even with the thing it's one of those things with gameplay. It's like play it for what it is, not what you want it to be. Like even if it didn't offer me analog options, I wouldn't care. Same with the other one. That's why it can be very, very subjective. But gameplay wise, both of them, this one and this one in the last game, offer exactly what you are to expect, right? I want to say 4.9 out of 10. Like it's very close. It's not fully there, like I said, mainly because of the too pixelated. But I think the other art strong direction was much stronger. This is clearly just trying to mimic. Story, I think it's fine. Story, 5 out of 5. Not too crazy or whatever. That makes sense. Character, I mean, there's not only so much. What I mean, granted, I don't think it's the most important thing, especially when you don't finish the whole thing. But so far, from what I'm seeing, very interested. I think far more interested in the other one. If I'm being quite honest, even though I think the other one has a more interesting premise, but I feel like this one doesn't feel like it drags on. The other one had more characters too. That's crazy. We have 2 Resident Evil as games. One is I feel like a very modern interpretation, whereas this one's just a straight up like this slapped right off of the fucking PS1. And the other thing is I want to say a preface for a lot of the PS1 style games. I don't mind having even the texture wobble, this and that, but I would like for them to come in mind without the limit. Like, yes, have some of the limitations of the PS1, but pretend you're also on a Dreamcast. Because I would genuinely like to see these games in a I would like to appreciate the textures, not have as much stuff, but like definitely keep the color limitations. I think that's what really kept that art style, and some of the texture limits, and of course same with the level design and everything. I think that's what really matters more. I think the resolution, no, like 480p 720p should be your focus. 260 is just like really hard, especially at the end of the day when people are playing on modern stuff, right? You can keep some of the like the nice little artifacts and pixels, but I think they're over focused on this. Oh, voice acting. I think I mentioned before voice acting. I could be wrong. Whatever. I just like 3.5. I think it is what it is. It's serviceable. It does its job. I think it's great for the thing is, but I don't know. It kind of takes me out of the experience a little bit, if that makes sense. Okay, so we already covered gameplay, visuals, performance. Right, perfectly fine. And then menus also 4.5. I think there could be a bit more, graphic settings and whatnot. But yeah, no, that's what I would give it so far. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything I could think of particularly. Oh, enemies. Solid so far. Crazy. I mean, it's just like a solid 3. I mean, personally 5, but from what we've seen so far, like or 3.5, because there's some really good designs and whatnot. Like design wise, and then we have we only faced 2 different enemy types besides just the regular zombies, and it looks like there's gonna be some more crazy shit from what I'm expecting. But given enough of what you're given, it's like 4, maybe 3. The other one actually I think had the enemies were more interesting, obviously, given inherently what kind of game that was. But thank you for playing Phase Zero. Your wishlist Discord server. Yep. Check the extras menu for extras. Trailer, gallery, only legs. Hold on, let's check with the gallery. So it's a bonus. Oh, nice. And features is, see, I can't mention features. That's something we can't mention. That has to be the full game, right?
Phase 0.
What is only legs? Let's check this out real quick before we wrap this little mini review up. But outside of that, final note, same like the other one. It is a must buy if you are, you know, kind of old school kind of dude. I'm definitely adding it. I mean, some of these I already added to my wish list. Oh, that's funny. So it's kind of like the runs when you you know, like those old ones where you can like the hunting or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like the special runs. But yeah, so this is definitely a must buy, I would say, for sure, especially again, officially a legacy horror survival horror fan. So there you go check it out, visit them, you know, Phase 0. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think, but like, yeah, it looks super cool, interesting. Like I said, I already like the look of it. There's another one like there's another Resident Evil one that I have in here. Let me see, check real quick, because you guys I played see Echoes of the Link. I'm looking forward to that. That one's like like I think this one definitely uses Unreal Engine. I think even 3 probably. I wonder if this one has a demo. It does not. It's not Resident Evil-ish related. But yeah, see Phase 0. Go check it out. We have a lot of indie stuff. See Holston as well. Yeah, no, definitely. If you're a legit Resident Evil fan, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Because the other thing is, I gotta say, shout outs to all. There's been some other ones I have them. You guys know what I'm talking about. They're really bad. They're not good. It's good to see quality Resident Evil ripoffs, because man, I mean, we had Daymare. That's the first decent Resident Evil ripoff we had in a minute, and it was 2 Unreal Engine 3. You know, it had, but like solid good game, and that's what matters. I think that might be that's crazy. That might be the weakest out of all the Resident Evil ripoffs. I haven't played this one, and I did buy it. But these are closer to what the quality of we're expecting, right? And I think having the visuals match it really helps a fuck ton, honestly. But yeah, that's been your favorite FGC VTuber. Remember to like and... Well, actually, no, don't subscribe. And remember, every day is great when you're chibi, and we're continuing the marathon of demos.